Hello, my name is China and welcome to week 2 of How to Improve Our Drawing series. Feels a bit weird saying series when it's literally going to be a year long. Anyway, in this week we are going to look at gradients, and that means shading super smooth from dark all the way to light, except this time we're going to get rid of the squares. We don't want to see any edges. We want this to be a very smooth transition from dark to light with our 8B pencil. So grab your tools and let's see how we get on making a smooth gradient so that hopefully in the future we can shade curves and soft edges really easily, just like a pro. Now I've stepped up my game here. I think you'll be incredibly happy not to look at that ugly bloody ruler from before. I have got this bad boy. Look how shiny that is. Now we're going to start with the same size rectangle that we did before. So we're going to go for around 10 centimeters. I might make mine just a little bit bigger. Yeah, I think that'll look better just for the video, but I think you should do yours around 10 centimeters to give yourself the same sort of scale as before. Now, this time we do not want to draw any squares in between. Nothing. Please don't put any squares in the middle. And this time what we want to do is we want to do the same thing. We want to start on the right hand side and end on the left hand side. And again, that is because we are trying to find our darkest value. Now, if you didn't manage to do any more value scales in your 8B, then this is a perfect time to try it on here. So all you want to do is start on that right hand side. And it's going to be quite difficult to stay within the lines because we're going quite well. My hand goes a bit too quick, so it's I've got to be very careful not to go too crazy. So I'm finding my darkest value here. And as I travel down the value scale, so I'm working my way now into what would be value 9 that we did previously, I'm just loosening the pressure that I'm applying. So there's no difference, that you can't really see where one starts and one finishes. But as I move down, I just release that pressure a little bit so it becomes lighter and lighter. And the more focused I am, the less I end up talking. Maybe that's a good thing. So you can see I'm going back and forth a little bit just to try and even it out. And you can see when I get into the lighter areas how grainy it gets, and it's quite difficult to achieve a light shade. But when I get to number 1, I don't even want to see a difference. I don't want to see that hard line. I don't want to see any hard lines on this because this is a soft edge. So I'm just working my way back up just to make sure I'm achieving all of those values. And just because I'm a perfectionist, I just want to shade these edges. Now I'm being careful to try to match those values as they are in that area. So just a little shade. Oops. And then I'll just try and blend that in. Okay, there we go. So there we have a gradient. So this is a soft edge. It's a soft edge because you cannot see where any difference is between each of the shades. Now you can obviously see the direction that I shaded in, that's fine, but you can't see any hard edges like we had on the previous one. So this might take a little bit of work just to get that transition. So again, I practice with all your different pencils if you want to push yourself and just see where it takes you. But for now, this is the only thing I want you to focus on this week. However, if you did want to bring it up a notch and really challenge yourself, see if you can blend a hard edge, which was the gradient that we did last week, into a soft edge, which is the one we're doing this week. And if you want to see a video on that, do follow my Patreon to see how to do it. My name is China, and thank you for joining me for week 2. Next week, we're going to look at how shading can actually become quite mindful. So don't miss that one because it's going to be really, really enjoyable. I'll see you then, folks.